Okay, we're back. Mr. Jeffries, Algebra 2 with stats class. If you haven't done so already, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. I do want to share this. I got this nice little, sticker from one of my students that says "Smoke meat, not meth." I appreciate that. That's awesome. Um, and that student's in my class has no idea I just said that. For those that's in my class, remember homework assignments are due this week, Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Test is Friday. Retakes on the matrix test starts today. If you're not part of my class and you would like to have these, please just email me. Okay, so today we're doing something very, very interesting. We're talking about populations and samples. Okay, a population is a collection of data or measurements, counts, whatever, and a sample is a subset. Okay, so basically, if you think of it like this, okay, this is the population, and this is the sample. Okay, so kind of think about it. If you're sampling something off somebody's plate, or you happen to go through Sam's, not you. Okay, if we happen to go through Sam's and they have those little samples, remember it's a smaller part of the big thing. Okay, so and I don't know why they've decided that this is super important, but it is. And we salute them. Okay, so identify the population and sample, describe the sample. All right, if you ever see this, that I just copied it and forgot to delete it. I don't need you to describe it. It's going to be really easy if you tell me what it is. Okay, it says in the United States, a survey of 2,184 adults ages 18 and over found that 1,328 of them own at least one pet. Okay, so what is the big part of this problem? What is the yeah the 2,184 adults, and I misspelled adults because words are hard. Okay, so that's the population. That's the big part of it. Okay, the sample. What is the smaller part? Okay, the 1,328 that have at least one pet. Okay, now that's me being a little extra, but if in the world of my classroom where less is more except for clothes, okay, that if you were to write the numbers right there, I would know what you were talking about, okay, because it's in the problem. All right, now let's move on. To estimate the gasoline mileage of new cars sold in the United States, a consumer advocates that word group tests 845 new cars to find that they have an average of this. Huh. Yeah, the population is the new cars. Okay, there's not even a number with that. Now, excuse me. And some of these they spit out a lot of cars a day. Okay, especially when they're putting the final parts together. Okay, now the sample, the smaller part, is the 845 that they test or tested. Okay, is everybody's calculations been correct so far? Does anybody need to like get out your abacus and your slide rule to do these calculations? No, guys, this stuff very big in vocabulary, very simplistic. Okay, yeah, yesterday we were adding the shading underneath a curve. Today we're saying it's either this or that. Sometimes I think we should start with this unit. instead of end with it. No? Okay. One person agrees, a lot of people shake their head. Okay. Well, it kind of works if we're doing this at the end of the semester because everybody is done. Okay. Some of y'all have been done since like October. Okay. Yep. Okay. A parameter. A parameter is a numerical description of a population. Okay. A statistic is a numerical description of a sample. I wonder if they seem, let's see, parameter, population, statistic, sample. Okay. So think about it. A parameter is just like, it's actually the number of our population. The statistic is like a description of our sample. Like if I said, of the students in my second block class, well, there's 29 of you. Of the 29 students, that's the parameter, 29 students. The statistic would be how many of y'all like just really did not know how to multiply matrices on that last test. Okay. All right. So let's look at this. For all students taking the SAT in a recent year, the mean mathematics score was this. Is the mean a parameter or statistic? Okay. Now, remember, statistic talks about the sample. Okay. Now, let's think about this. What is the population? The students, right? Students, that would be the population. What would be the sample? The mathematics score. Yeah, that's the sample. Okay. So, what is this number describing? Is it describing the population or the sample? The sample. So, this is a statistic. Wow. Excuse me. All right. In a survey of 1,060 women ages 20 to 29, okay, I would not want to be one of these people that have to do these surveys and ask somebody their age. Like, imagine if you're like, oh, we only want people that are like, oh, I'm 31. You're like, I'm sorry, you're too old for this. I couldn't do that. Okay. Found that a standard deviation of their height is this. Okay. So, again, like we did a while ago, this is the population. Okay. Now it's talking about their height. Is their height a sample or is it talking about the population? It's talking about the population because it's talking about all of them. Okay. So this would be a parameter, or as some people say, parameter. That's how I would have to say it. So I knew I spelled it right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for laughing. I think. All right. Anybody getting super duper crazy lost yet? Is anybody having to take their shoes off to get their calculations correct? To count your toes. All right. So, excuse me. Now, we're going to look at these. This is, of course, from the book that I don't let y'all see. That we're just going to see if this is a population or a sample. Okay. So, the number of high school students in the United States, is that a population or a sample? That's a population. That's a whole bunch of students. Okay. And you could annotate this however you want to on your notes, what makes sense to y'all. All right. The color of every third card that passes your house. sample because it's a smaller part. Not all the cars, just the third one. Okay, it's kind of like that ending scene in Up when you're done crying and all that kind of stuff, and the old man and Russell are sitting out there. They're counting the red cars and blue cars. That makes me think of this. Okay, a survey of 100 spectators at a sporting event with 1,800 spectators. This is a sample. Yeah, we surveyed 100 of the 1,800. Okay. And the age of each dentist in the United States. That's population. Yeah, it's a bunch of people. It's population. This is also would be a parameter too. Okay, like if we said the average age of all the dentists in the United States was 37.8. I just made up a number. I don't know. Okay, so we good so far? I see some more people writing down, taking the notes. I wonder if people are actually watching these videos and they're wondering how long I'm sitting here doing this without like fast forwarding it. Did any of y'all go back and watch the videos but wait, do you sit there when I'm pausing like this? Do you pause with me or did you like kind of fast forward a little bit? Skip through. I'm sorry, y'all don't fast forward, y'all skip through it. That's the new lingo. Yeah. All right. Now, in our population, we're going to talk about there's different ways to sample. Okay. There's a random sampling, kind of like random dancing, just hey, you, you. Okay. Self-selected. There's people that volunteer to be that, like you want to write back on this survey. Okay. Like, have y'all ever, I don't know if it happens to me all the time. I'll get I had to go for a doctor's appointment or something. I'll get a survey from like Huntsville Hospital. How did we do? Great, I didn't die. Okay, that would be a self-selected. Okay, stratified. Okay, population is divided into smaller groups with a similar characteristic, and then a sample selected at random from each group. Okay, so let's say if I put everybody in here by birthday months. Okay. And then from those birthday months, I randomly selected certain people, not everybody, just certain people. Okay. That's stratified. A lot of this stuff doesn't make a lot of sense to me either. We're just something we have to do. Okay. We're going to check that box and move on. Okay. All right. Cluster. Cluster is very simple and stratified. We got everybody divided in their birthday months. We're just going to take like all the March people, all the November people, all the June people. Okay. Those are going to be, and then convenient sample, or those are this ones we can easily reach. Okay. Now I'm not talking about actually reaching out and touching people. Okay. Some of y'all do that way too much. Kind of gross. Some of the things I see in the hall. It's flu season. You shouldn't be trying to lick each other's esophagus. Okay. All right. You want to determine whether students in your school like the design of the school's new website. Okay. Identify each type of sample described. Okay. So you list all the students alphabetically and choose every 6 student. Uh, yeah, systematic. It could, to me, I think it could also be stratified, but yeah, systematic. I'll go with that. Yeah, has a rule. You mail questionnaires to people and only use the questionnaires that are returned. Yeah, self-selected. You ask all the students in your algebra class. Yes, I can't spell that. No. Well, well, if you said of all the students, we're going to choose the ones in algebra classes. Yeah, I can't spell. There's no spell check when you're writing. That's close enough. Okay. You randomly select two students from each classroom. Are y'all sure? Yeah. Yeah. Some of this is like, really? You know, yeah. And I know with some people, memorizing vocab is hard. Okay. Look, for those that's actually wanting to be an engineer, you have to take this test later on called the PE, Professional Engineering degree. Used to people in its open notes, whatever. I heard that people showed up with like a wheelbarrow full of books and notes and stuff that they brought into that. And that was allowed. Okay. I don't know. But yeah, but here's the thing. That's actually more lifelike as an engineer than anything. Okay, they have all that stuff. Okay, here's the problem. I know that I forgot that form. Oh, great, right there. This one right here, this procedure. Okay, that's what you do. Okay. Excuse me. Bias is an error that results in misinterpretation of a population. Okay, unbiased, okay, is the opposite. Okay, is representative of the population that you want information about, and overrepresents. Okay, basically, if I were to go to, trying to think, give me a second. If I were to go to ask the old guys that sit at the gas station that I get breakfast at sometimes, where's the best place to get breakfast? What are they probably going to say? Yeah, where they're at, right? That's biased. Okay. Okay. So identify a news organization asks viewers to participate in an online polling about bullying. Okay. But think about who is going to respond to that. For A, who's going to respond to that? Is it people that don't care about bullying or people that do? Yeah. So it's going to be bias because only people worried about bullying. And as we've talked about before, there's bullying and there's a pecking order and stuff like that. Being the low person on the rung, you know, that was a lot of people would not be keyboard heroes if they were worried about getting a knuckle sandwich to the face. I just want to say that. You believe that? I believe that. Okay. All right. A computer science teacher wants to know how students at school most often access the internet. The teacher asked the students in one of their computer classes. Yeah, it's going to be a bias. Why? Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's people. Ah, I would say it's hard to get some of the, look. Here's the deal. As far as the test goes, y'all know with some of this, the biased, this is kind of difficult, and this is kind of difficult. This is usually one of those things that I teach that's not on the test. Yeah, but that would be like me asking students in this class how much they liked using a calculator, how much they depend on using a calculator. Okay, it's almost like catching fish in a barrel. They're already there. Okay, it's a convenience thing. Okay, like if I were to go to, I'm trying, I don't know, some workout place and ask people, do you like to exercise? Okay, they're going to say, well, yeah, I'm here. Or if I go to some like buffet and ask people if they like to exercise, I'm probably not going to get the same results. You see what I'm saying? It's got to be like you know, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so if it's not now, because it's set to go live at 10:30, it's 10:29 a.m. Okay, your homework is about to go live. Very short. Okay. All homework is due this week, Thursday at 11:59 p.m. to test is Friday. Retakes and makeups for the matrix test will start today during refuel, and if time allows today, we'll actually have some people that can do them in class today. Bless you. Bless you twice. There's lots of sneezing going around. Okay. All right. Don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.